Good morning, Rabbi Sai. LEYLU NISHMAS Mordche. Anon from yesterday, rebellion, I must say, many asked me over the last month to take a picture with the sign and send it to you. My excuse was that I showed it to you in Miami. When Abba Renner walked in, I had no choice. I'm happy to say that as shy as I am, that's why I'm reading this email, because as shy as he is, I'm proud to do whatever it takes to grow this year. As shy as he is. P.S. It's not easy in Lakewood, where many are doing the other daf, or so they say. I think the best excuse was one guy tried yelling at me, he doesn't have the time. Bekitzer, thank all you're doing by example, showing all of us the vacation, there's an excuse, recording comes at a time, shocked, how does the crew manage, in all these crazy places, safari, snowboarding, half hour before the flight, you're Talmud. Rabbi Sai, here is that booth that Peretz Chaim Levin set up in Queens, and here, dear Miri Verabi. Which I was told by Abba Renner that it's not that Peretz Chaim Levin ignored Anon, he didn't have the right number. Okay, fine. I'd like to thank Yaakov Sorel for inviting me to this event. Without his vision, this would never have happened. Even though he's running the event, he kept coming over, just like Gedalia Miller and Keshe She kept them running over to make sure everything was running smoothly. I'd like to thank Aleeza and Avi Lauer. The Kitzer, what he's saying is, in this very, very long email, that when people come to sign up, they get very emotional because they're away from Torah for a while, and you need to schmooze with them, but you can't schmooze with them because he's trying to get another neshama to learn Torah. Kitzer, in comes the helper and helps him out. The Pintel Yid comes shining through toward the end. My stocks are quickly dwindling. Many people came over to get the opportunity to try out this year. I even had ladies come over who wanted to get Gemaras for the husbands. The last, they cannot reach them to confirm their they couldn't reach them to their participation. It's one of those husbands. Voicemail. It's her again. I gave them each an MDY business card. Okay, with all the instructions. Talmud Peretz Chaim Levin. And here you have Peretz Chaim Levin, Queens Jewish Link networking event. Over 250 people attended. And 35 people signed up. 2 Chofetz Chaim boards are now learning Daf Yomi, which is a big chiddush. Chofetz Chaim is slow, and they're doing Daf Yomi. Video included in the video regular MD wires, Yehuda Pellet, Yaakov Searle, and Mickey Aboff. Here we go.
Good morning, Motsei.
Okay, they're by the wrong poster, but okay. Oh no, it's theirs. I guess it's their post, okay. 16-year-old MD Wire, Tuvia Paris, signed up, and okay. I'm a 10th grade Rebbe in Yeshiva Derech HaTorah High School. We're in the middle of preparing our midterms, and we're a little bored. During the midterm review, I asked my class aloud, next week, the world is starting Masechtas Nazir and Daf Yomi. Who would like to start the Masechta with me and get a free Gemara? Shalom Reed, our Nachshon, said he would sign up. Bekitzer, Wednesday arrived, we all started Nazir, got back from winter break, we made our first siyum on the first parak, then another student wanted to join Oren. Soon enough, another, Daniel. When Michael heard they would get 100 on an assignment if he started, he joined too. Since then, others in the yeshiva and farther away have joined. Honestly, I wasn't planning on joining this year myself. But now, I can't stop. As we keep each other honest, making sure we don't miss a day, we're celebrating our siyum on the 4th parak today with Hamantashen. Here's a video of us. Thank you so much. Moshe Zakheim, a 10th grade Rebbe. P.S. Mati Middeldorf really gets a lot of credit for kicking this off. And we play Nachman's song during every siyum on repeat. Here goes, Rabbi Sai.
Good morning, Rabbi Sai.
Okay. Gewaldig. Nachman just said his song is very good.
I know. I said the way they said good morning.
I know.
Moshe Zakheim is an amazing guy.
You know the guy?
Yeah. His father is Shloima Zakheim on the show. F-32, man of mission.
F-32. Yeah. It was just recently.
Eli Rowe is a Talmud of Shloima Zakheim.
Got it.
All the guys that Hatzala, big Hatzala.
Really? Writing a book on it?
I wrote a book.
It's already.
It's not out. Shloima Zakheim.
Check it out. Shalom Aleichem, Rabbi Sai. We have a seat. One seat for both of you. Let's go. Yaakov Friedman says many people have no idea what lit means. According to some, it's the shirish of litvak. You can call the father and son lit and vak. I think for other, it might be a good time to explain. From Google, lit means exciting or intoxicated, and it's both. Shalom Aleichem. What's your name?
Michael Teichman.
Michael Teichman from?
Originally from the Valley.
From the Valley?
Now in Baltimore, LA.
Wow.
Now in Baltimore.
You went from Los Angeles to Baltimore?
Yeah, it's a long trip.
You get a special instruction. Wow.
It's not a Chiddush anymore.
Yeah, but the Baltimore. Charlie, what's your name? Brothers.
Yes.
And you also went from the Valley.
From the Valley to Clifton, New Jersey.
Now that makes sense.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. What's your name? Also from the Valley? Where are you from?
Originally Venezuela.
Venezuela? You were here yesterday. I didn't notice you. Sorry. What's it? Shloima? Motsei? Dahon. Nice to meet you. Where do you live now? Givaldik. Okay. Givaldik. Abi Braha. I just started doing the daf and went with my family to the option at Kever Shimshon. Tomer, I thought we were supposed to go there, to Kever Shimshon. We're supposed to do a video there, but there's two. The oil doesn't know where Shimshon is really bad. Was it nice? Yeah, but there's two of them here, I thought. Also, I'm trying to get my free... Oh, the oil's going to love this one. Good morning, Rav Eli. I really love your shiur. It's truly wonderful. I wake up every morning in anticipation to hear the best shiur in the daf. Like your famous saying, it's Shmak to do the daf. I was thinking that for Ben Torah, such as yourself, should perhaps have a zakon.
You're the first person who ever said that.
Like our G'daylim say, Hadras Panim Zaken. Sincerely, your number one fan, Yeruchim Sharf, Lakewood, New Jersey, Shkoyach. He writes off, Shkoyach.
No one ever said that before.
Yeah, no, it's before Omer, they're already talking about the Zaken. No, maybe because of Nazir. He's talking about the zeros and here. The Koilel, sponsored by Anon Ymous. Rabbi said, before we get into the Koilel, this Monday is a very big day for MDY. It's our very, very first siyum for the MDY kids. A very, very successful program. We have how many kids? 70, 80 kids a night. And they don't come for the prizes. They come just to learn Torah. They don't come for the Chong. They come for the Torah. They come for both. And it's been very successful. And the parents, last night, most of the kids said the fathers are coming right here next door in the hall. But we're launching Be'ezer Hashem worldwide MDY kids. With more details to follow. On Monday, we're starting Masechtas Tainus. So if your kid is interested in participating online, most likely on Zoom, a monitored Zoom matzav with prizes, with Gishmaka stuff. So join us. Mati Weinrib is going to do a live one in Motsei. I didn't even speak to him, but I'm just thinking he's going to do one. He wanted to do one. He is? He spoke to him now? So he really is doing one. Okay, Givaldik. And you can do one in your neighborhood, and it's a tremendous thing. Basically, it keeps these kids not so bored. And now, they come on, they want to get on their devices, they bother their parents, they do all shtusim over here, they're sitting in the basement, adding another daf and another daf every night to their life. Some kids, by the way, Akiva Solway last night won earpods, Apple earpods. He's a kid, sits here every day. Where is he? Right over there. Every single day, does 2 daf in addition to what he learns.
He's a grown-up trapped in a kid's body.
Yeah, he is. I sang for him. Akiva is a big tzaddik. Okay, the Koil is sponsored by Anon Ymous from Lakewood. And by the way, again, don't let your neighbor stumble. If you see your neighbor's donkey, what do? You help him. If you see your neighbor doesn't learn Torah, what do? And what do? How do you help him? You give him a Gemara. Set him up with a chavrusa on YouTube. No, all the guys that took Gemaras yesterday. Anybody was Matzliach? Anybody?
Yeah, they got a free class.
Oh, they thought it's for themselves. Yeah, when you give, okay, Baruch Hashem, nobody was Matzliach, because I forgot to tell you, you have to sign that person up. So you took him for Gemara, but put him in the system, okay? Put him in the system. Not a single guy succeeded?
He tried.
You didn't? You try as hard as when you sell a board. The Koil is Anon Ymous from Lakewood. The second Koil is sponsored by me, supporting Torah, Surrender, and Arbitach. He's loving it. The Masechta is sponsored by Maaser. The second sponsor for the Masechta, LEYLU NISHMAS, Yosef by Anon Ymous. Parnas HaChodesh, 3 of them. The MDY family, LEYLU NISHMAS, Boruch, Helfgott, Zechariah, Benjys Barmitzva, Mordche, Shloima. The second sponsor of the Chodesh, LEYLU NISHMAS, Zechariah ben Moshe. Third, LEYLU NISHMAS, Moshe ben Yehuda by his community. Oh, I forgot to read it again. Send it to me again. The week is sponsored by Igor Zilberman, LEYLU NISHMAS, Casiel ben Leyzer. Only 6 sponsors today. David Feinberg, LEYLU NISHMAS, Gershon couple Ben Zeva Levi on his 25th yard say by his grandson. I skipped you to the front. You were the last one on the list. I'm putting you in the front. David Feinberg. Aleeza and Avi Lauer, memory of Ilse Lauer, Chana bas David, commemorating 12th yard side. Avrumy Lebovitz, LEYLU NISHMAS. You want to say it?
Good morning, Avrumy.
LEYLU NISHMAS, my father-in-law, Reb Shmiel Lichtman, Shmuel ben Shalom Olav Shalom. If you don't know, all the way in the beginning, 4 years ago, when we had 5 people on YouTube, every morning, Nachman would say, good morning, Avrumy. Until I begged him not to, and he said, it's just you. Nobody's going to watch this anyways. It's us here. The 20 guys here, that's what counts. Miri Dina Liefman, in honor of brother. I'm going to write it in my book, when I write a book.
You're going to write a book?
Yeah. A big brother, Benjys Barmitzva. Benji became Barmitzva. Our boy said, the famous Benjys Liefman. May you keep on giving us all nachas and bringing more people to the world's best Daf. Yishkoyach. Brain intact. I should be Zoich the nachas the Gdusha and tremendous success in all my endeavors because Torah is the best. Gula. Hillel Handler. Refuah Shloima Meira, Rav Goin, Harabi Mikosov. V'rein Harav Reb Shraga Feivish Ben Malko Shlita. Omen Ken Yiratzen. The art for complete refuah for Chaim Tzvi Ben Leah. Rabbi Isai, here we go. So, maybe turn off the volume for this. I'm not kidding. I don't want to hear this again, but I want to see it again. So it goes like this. No, we got to get back into the. Good, Baruch Hashem. There's no volume. He said that the first black. How did that happen? He's not even smiling. You didn't do it, right? It happened by itself. So the first black ox that comes out is Kaddish. What happened was a white one came out. So yesterday we had a pshat from Rav Papa that it wasn't a toast. It's not a case of Hegdish b'toast. It's more, that's what he meant, that's what he said. And now we have a different pshat. We have a pshat from Abaya that it is Hegdish b'toast. It was a mistake. He meant to say the black ox, that's what he wanted, and a white one came out. It was a mistake. Nevertheless, the white one becomes Kaddish. Why? So basically, yeah, you're right. We are 7 lines from the top of Amud Aleph Amud Beis. So if you look over here, there's 2 ways to read the word Shin Yud Tzadik Aleph. We're reading it Shiyotza. Says, I know Shiyotze, that's going to come out. Abai says, no. What happened was it's Shiyotza. It already happened. Doesn't matter when exactly. The Gemara says it happened in the morning, in the afternoon. The point is, Abai is saying we're talking about a situation where these animals left. They're gone. And he thought, so every night, for the last few months, I started learning with my chavrusa at night now, in a place called Chaniche. It's a very large mismarriage. She sits different places, different times. And when I open up the door and I walk in, he spins around and looks at me like, what, Ruach HaKodesh? Eventually, I realize it's my shoes. It's how I walk. Like he's able to hear my footsteps. Different, I guess, more pronounced than other people. So I switch shoes. Now I wear rubber soles. He doesn't chop anymore. Now I walk in, I sneak up on him. This is exactly what happened. This guy says, I heard the black ox leave. I heard him. I could tell. I know how he walks. That's the one I want to be Magdish. In fact, what happened was, he made a mistake. It wasn't the one that left. He thought that the black, that's why he said black. But what he really meant is the first one that came out of my house. But he was so sure that it's the black one, he made a mistake. And therefore, we say, since it's Hegdish B'tos, he made a little bit of a mistake. He really wanted the white one to be Kaddish, and the white one is Kaddish. We're holding in the afternoon. He already left my house. That particular black one should be Kaddish. A little bit of a mistake. It was a different ox that went out. I only wanted the first one that comes out, and okay, so therefore, I want the white one. But let's say he said sheyetze. Let's say he said, like we read it in the Mishnah, in the future, I'm anticipating the black one to come out. So over there, you can't say, oh, he made a mistake. He did it. He said specifically, I'm anticipating this and this to happen. It's not a mistake. A mistake means it already happened, and he thought that something else happened. That's a mistake. Otherwise, he would have said, I just want the black. Okay, fine. Not a mistake. The Gemara says, but wait a minute. Our Mishnah gave 3 cases, and all 3 cases are the same thing. And if you look at the 2 last cases, you see what we're talking about. He says the first golden coin that comes up, and what happened was a silver coin came up, and we said that he gives the silver. So Mela, it's going to happen. It's something that didn't happen yet. Shiyala over here, you can't switch the words. Shin Yud Tzadik Aleph, I could switch around. I could say put a tzeira instead of a kametz, instead of a tzeira. I can mix it up and use it as a different word. Future and sheyatza in the past and okay, but shiyala you can't switch anything around to make it work for you, Abaya. Says the Gemara, okay. So, okay, a little bit of a problem. Tani sha'ala. So you have to read it differently. You're right. Not shiyala, sha'ala. You have to take out the yud, make it a different word. It already happened. He thought that he pulled out a golden coin from his pocket an hour ago, but in fact, it turns out that he made a mistake. He pulled out of his pocket a silver coin. Chavesh al-yayin. It says shetala in the future when I grab a barrel of wine. Tani sha'alsa. All 3 cases happened in the past according to Abaya. Omer Rav Chizda, interesting. He says a statement and we're going to ask a question. Ukma b'chivara lakyo. When you have a group of white oxen and you have one black ox, it ruins the whole group. The value of the group goes down.
Take it out of the group.
Here. But boys, here it goes. You ready? Check this out. Yeah. Slow. Okay, one black shar in a group of white shvarim ruins the group. 1 minute. You don't have to, if they're there. Okay, let's say, I'll give you a mashal. Let's say you have a group of good friends and you have one bad friend. It ruins the whole group. So take him out of the group. But you didn't take him out of the group. He's part of the group. He lives there. What do you mean take him out of the group? It's not.
Are you the balabais or not? What are you saying?
Hold on, wait. It's a metzias.
What is that?
Listen, hold on a second. We'll get there. By the time the sugi is over, you have a kasha. I'll explain. Now, the next statement is different than this. This statement was a bunch of oxen and one black one. The next statement is chivra be'ukma lakya. You would think that it's the reverse. If you have a bunch of black shvarim and one white, it does something. No. It goes like this. It's one shar who's black and has a white speck on it that proves that something's wrong with it. So says the Gemara, Tanat. It says in our Mishnah, Shachar sheyetzim in Beisi Rishon Hegdish. I want to be Magdish, the black ox. Ki Magdish bayin Ra Magdish. I have a shayla throughout Shas. What happens to people when they're Magdish? When a person gives something to the Beis HaMikdash, does he give the best that he has or the worst? Does he keep for himself, give a Kodesh Baruch Hu something, Yotze Zayin, and he keeps for himself the good stuff? Or does a person want to give Hashem the best stuff? So it seems like, let's grab one side. Person wants to give Bayin Ra. He's a little stingy. He gives Hashem the worst. If that's the case, so the white, which is the better ox, you just told me. You said, according to Rav Chizda, the black ruins all the whites. The whites are better. So if the white is better, then why would a person want to give the white one? If a person has a bunch of oxen, he's probably going to give the black one, the worst one. Why would he give a white one? We said, he meant, it was a mistake. He meant the white. Why would he mean a white? If a person has two options, we have to assume ba'ayin ra. He always gives the worst one. So that something doesn't work here. Velamai. Okay, so you're going to chop the other side. The what? He wants to give the better one. Ba'ayin yafa magdish. So how does the rest of the Mishnah work? Dina shazav, shi'ala biyadi rishoin, v'ala shel kesef, v'sham yoyim magdish. Okay, I don't know which one is better, a black or a white. But one thing I do know is better. Gold is better than silver. So gold is better than silver. And a person wants to give the better of the two. So if he has 2 coins in his pocket, which one does he want to give? He wants to give the gold. But the Mishnah says not like that. He said he wants to give gold and he pulled out a silver coin. He gives the silver. Why? Ba'ayin yafa, his das wants to give the better one. Person always wants to give better. Okay, so now let's go back to the other side. So you tell me no, person wants to give the worst one, and that's why he gave the silver. What do you do about the third case? I want to give, what's better, Rabbi Isai? A barrel of wine? What costs more, a barrel of wine or a barrel of oil?
Oil. Olive oil.
Okay, let's see.
Still wine, like your wine's a
Castell.
More.
Depends where you live. He said, I'm going to grab a barrel of wine, the first barrel of wine, and he grabbed a barrel of oil. Beishamai say, Shem costs much more than wine. And you just said, ayin ra, he goes with the worst. We have to assume that he meant wine, not oil. Says the Gemara, if you're just going to focus on the last case of the Mishnah, I don't have a kasha. Why? In Galil, they have so many olive trees that a person doesn't care about olives that much. He cares more about wine. Wine is more expensive. So I could be, we had it a bunch of times. We're talking about in Galil. When it comes, you're trying to make an afternoon between wine and oil. When it's more expensive, we're talking about Galil. Now, I was just thinking about Mamish yesterday. If a person has hundreds of olive trees, he's set for life, he gets all these olives, what could go wrong? So maybe you could have a fire. I don't even know, like, you want to get insurance on your olive orchard. What are you getting insurance for?
Get a sickness in the trees.
Get a sickness in the trees.
Destroy it.
You're not going to believe this. Rabbi Isai, if you didn't see this, check this out. You're not going to, it's Moirdik. It's not Moirdik, it's very sad, actually. This is Turkey in the earthquake. I put 2 arrows to show what happened to a guy's orchard, olive orchard. Those are olive trees by the red arrows. He wakes up in the morning and there's hundreds of feet gap between his olive trees and 13 stories deep. So, and you can see in the picture the olive trees everywhere in the valley. They're worthless garbage. And the shaila is, I don't even know how is he going to get from one side to the other. You can't even cross. How do you get insurance on something like that? Hashem has his ways. You think you're sitting pretty for hundreds of years, his forefathers, and this, he's a big macher, and all of a sudden, upatzar is his piyah, vativla aretz, or whatever the lashon is there, boom, gone. Anyways, this Galil, there's many of these olive trees, and wine is worth a lot more. Says the Gemara, Reisha Kashul Rav Chizda. According to Bishamai, in Rav Chizda says that white is better than the black. So then why in the world does Bishamai say that the white shar becomes Kadosh? A person is neither ba'ayin ra. He only stingy when he gives to Hashem. He tries to get rid of his inferior animals. So why would he give the better animal? Why are you assuming, when he said specifically, I want to give inferior, I want to give black? Oh, no, he meant white. It's not how a person gives. I was talking about B'Torah the Karmenoi. No, black is better than white. Around the world. I happen to be talking about it in a place called Karmenoi. In Karmenoi, white is better. He said black. I want to give the better one, and we're going to do ba'ayin ra. We're going to say no. He really meant the black one. I'm sorry, the white one. He gives the white one because white is actually inferior to black. In general. In the world, the black ox is better. Ask the Gemara, how could that be? The black one is very good for its hide. It has really good hide. So we stop right here. How can you tell me that the black, the white is inferior? They're all very valuable. They all have different things. This one is lamashche, skin. Sumka lebisrei, chivr l'radia. The white one is good for plowing. And you said that the black one it ruins the whole herd. You have a bunch of white shvarim, and then you stick a black one in there, ruins it. Why does it ruin it? The value goes down. So again, a guy comes and wants to purchase all your oxen, right? There's 100 oxen. Then he finds out one of them is black. He says, "Oh no, that's a different price. Different price. Why? Why does it ruin? You want to get rid of it? It's fine, but why does it ruin the? Why does it? But in terms of value, you just what? It's not. The value is not less for you. It's less. That doesn't mean the value is less. You go to a car dealership and the guy tries to sell you a van. You don't want a van, so it makes the value of the van less because you don't want it. You don't have 10 kids, so you don't. It doesn't make the van less just because you don't need it. This is what it is.
And no one comes to the car dealership to buy a van, then you have a problem because no one's going to come for that reason. That would make it worth less where you are. Right, it's like a fleet.
Yeah,
I don't understand why the guy keeps the ox. He doesn't answer. Why?
It's not he keeps it.
Why is it here?
His value.
I don't understand.
The value of the oxen. The bottom line is when he has
what you want.
black. Rav Chizd just says black is worse than white. That's basically what he's saying. He's saying that the black has less value than the white. That's what he says. He doesn't have to. It's just a question: does it have value or not value? That's not the point. No, the point is what's more valuable, black or white? Okay. Says the Gemara, so all the Gemara is saying, why are you telling me if there's a black one, it makes the value less, it's less valuable than white. Black has a lot of value, has very good hide. You can make whatever money. You could also plow with a black one. Not only that, when you're done with it, you could sell the hide for more money than the white one. So the black should be just as valuable as the white, if not more. Why are you telling me that it ruins the whole group? So Gemara says, no, you're right. I was talking about in Karmenoi. Only in Karmenoi it's like that. The white have much more value. In Karmenoi, the white also plow, and they also have very good hide. And so it's the black in Karmenoi is a problem. But in general, it's not a problem. Okay. Sorry. Says the Mishnah. It's Mishnah, Helgi Mishnah, the official Mishnah, by Mordche Spazing, Yleilu Nishmas, Rav Feivel Cohen, Rav Shraga Feivel Ben, Rav Eliezer Cohen, Zeich Chatzal Gevroch, the Mechaber, Rav Bali Shulchan. Zog the Mishnah. Mishnah the Ben Nazir. A guy became a Nazir. So imagine this, the case could be like this. The guy is a Nazir, and every Shabbos he drinks wine for Kiddush. Every Shabbos. So 52 days out of the year, he broke his Nazirus. Then he goes to the Rav, and he tells the Rav, I don't want to be a Nazir anymore. And the Rav said, the Rav said, no, you remain a Nazir. So what does he do? So nothing happens. We don't penalize him. It's fine. But what if he asked the Chacham, and the Chacham says, and we had this halach already, Chacham says, you're not a Nazir. So since the Chacham tells him, you were never a Nazir to begin with, so we take all the animals that he set aside for his Nazirus, and we say he was never a Nazir to begin with, so there was no Gedusha that was chal on those behemoths, and they go right back into the pen, and Shalom Yisrael. They said that I say Shalom Yisrael every Shiur, so I have to say it. This is Or Merkaz. there's these funny stats at the end. I mean, funny for me, they're funny. Every shiur, some guy said, I say, is it true? I say, Shalom Yisrael. No, we're gonna go back. 30% of the time, says David. So, by the way, we had this whole thing. We spoke about this. I don't know. I'm going to ask I forgot to ask the Belzer. Is Nazir the most repetitive Masechta ever? It just seems like every mission that we have, we say before, and then, okay. So, Amud Beis don't you admit to me that this case is Hegdish Betos? So the mission that we had before, that if you said by mistake black and came out white, we said that the white becomes Kaddish. This is a case of also Hegdish Betos. According to that, the white should not be Kaddish. The guy made a mistake. He thought he's a Nazir. He set aside animals for Nazirus, so let those animals become Kaddish. It's Hegdish Betos. I said I want a black ox to be Kaddish, and a white ox came out of my house. I made a mistake. The white is Kaddish. I thought that I'm a Nazir, and I made my black ox Kaddish, so let it be Kaddish. Well, why not? Huh?
Here he's saying that he never said anything at all.
He said it. It was a mistake.
Yeah, but the Chacham saying that what you said is invalid. It's he said nothing, as opposed to
No.
I was doing something.
I hear what you're saying. The Chacham said that your Nazirus is nothing, but I said that these animals are Kaddish, and I made a mistake. I didn't know I was a Nazir. I thought I was a Nazir, but I'm not a Nazir. I also made a mistake today. I thought that the black is going to come out first, and the white came out first. And I said the white is Kaddish. It's Hegdish Betos. And what you're asking, by the way, is Taisvus. Taisvus answers your question. Taisvus says the Gemara. They could have answered that he was never a Nazir to begin with. Okay. Ayin and Taisvus. But good cash. This is beautiful. So we know the halacha by Maaser. We have it throughout Shas. It's in the Torah. If a person has animals that are born, so he takes all the newborn animals of that year, puts them in a pen, and opens up a small opening, and the animals start coming out. And he starts counting 1, 2, 3. And the 10th one, he takes a stick with red, and he paints the 10th one, and that becomes Kaddish. Now, what if he calls the 9th one 10, and the 10th one 9, and the 11th one 10? Don't worry, I have a chart for this. Check this out. Here goes. You guys ready? Here goes. It's good stuff. It's not bad for a beginner in animation. Hold on. Here comes 8. And he's counting them, you see? Oh, now. This is 9, but he says 10. The halacha is that 9th one becomes Kaddish. Why? He said 10. Here's the next one. He made a mistake. He called 10, 9. It's all in the same story. What happened was, he got confused. He's like, he realized that he didn't count well. So let me start counting again. So he goes, 9. He never counted the number 9. Because instead of 9, he said 10. So now let me get myself straight. I'm going to start counting again now. Okay, 9. But 9 is already 10. And he continued. 10, but it was already 11 here. 11, he called 10. So what we have here is, this case right over here, that number 9 and number 11, he called 10. And number 10, he didn't call 10, he called 9, but it happens to be the real 10. So what's the halacha? All of them are Kaddish.
Stop smoking.
He's on a roll. The man's on a roll. Vikar lachi iatemoidim. Amrulem bishamai. So bishamai don't really answer Basil. They do the Jewish trick and they ask him a question. Iatemoidim b'mishata vikar lachi asiri. He called number 9, 10. So here's the first 10 that he said. Vilasiri, the real 10, chi. He didn't call 10, he called it 9. Vilachadosar asiri. What are these called, Rabbi Yisai? The 9 and the 11 that he called 10, what are they? A mistake. Hegdish Betos. Shumakudish. Hey! So B'Shamai, we have a raya. The person made a mistake and he called number 9 and number 11. He by mistake called them 10, they're Kaddish. So, Hegdish B'Tos, Mikudish. The middle one is the 10th one.
You only have to bring 1 out of 10.
No. The 10th one is Kaddish. You just happen to be, time in a second, and you won't even be, okay. Amar Lem Beisil. Lo Yashevet Kitchoy. It's not the staff, the stick, and the counting that makes them Kaddish. And I'll prove it to you, say Beisil. What if he was Mekadesh 8 and 12? Shema over here for sure he didn't do anything. Now I just put the pasuk here. Maaser bakav etzoin kol asher yaver tachas hashevet. It's a there's a kasav that everything that, in other words, 9 and 11 become kaddish kol asher yaver tachas hashevet. But in this case, where he called 8 and 12, he called them 10, and over here he's even holding that red staff, and there's a red mark. Over here, you're masking to me, it doesn't become kaddish. He ran out of time. I wanted him to whack it, but it's very hard to animate these things. Seriously. Fine. Elo. So what's the pshat? How come 8 and 12 don't become kaddish? He said mefurish 10 on them. He called them 10. Elo kaddish kiddush asir kiddush achi bezachadasar. So. Yeah, and that goof is the Xeris HaKasav. But the Xeris, you have to admit to me that it's a special Xeris HaKasav, nothing to do with him. Therefore, you can't learn anything. You can't learn the idea of Hegdish B'Tos from here. This is a special Xeris HaKasav. Kol Asher Yaver Tachas Hashevet. If you make a mistake on 9 and 11, it goes nothing else. Because if it was just an idea of a Hegdish B'Tos, so even if you call number 1 10, it should also be Kaddish. It doesn't matter what your mistake is, how far away you are from number 10. Who cares? You made a mistake, you called the wrong number, you're smoking, whatever you want to call it, it should be Kaddish. No. Only 9 and 11 have that halacha. Halacha l'Moshe Messinai. Mani Masnisin, loy Rabbi Yosi, v'loy Rabbanon. Desanyo, Mishin Odavar al Nazirusoi. Yes, we're on today's daf and we have 4 minutes to do it. Mishin Odavar. Is that the real time?
Yeah.
Oh,
3 to 8 now.
Okay, we go Motsei Shabbos.
And Motsei Shabbos, we're not going to finish Lamed Gimel. Oh, Rabbi, I forgot to mention. Motsei Shabbos, I should mention, maybe Yosef, take this part out and put it in the beginning. Motsei Shabbos, we have a really special surprise for the Olam. So be there, even those who don't come Motsei Shabbos, kedai to come. It's something special. I hope. I think it's in the beginning of the Shiur. Should be in the beginning. Shiur starts at 8:30, 9:10 sharp. Mani Masnisin, loy Rebbe Yosef, 8:30. I'm going to try to be there on time. 8:30. Mani Masnisin, every week I try, but Emes, I really try. I'm rushing. Mani Masnisin, loy Rebbe Yosef, and the Sayya Mishnah of Ali Zerusoi. Our Mishnah, where the guy drank wine after his Naziros. So it says, what do you do? A person made a neder, he made a Naziros, he drank wine. What's the halacha? Listen to this. Ein niskakin loy. You don't even listen to Zataras Nedarim. He comes to the Rav, could I be mata neder? And the Rav finds out that he drank wine the whole year on Shabbos? Get out of here. You want to bring korbanos? Get out of here. Elohim Kain, Moina B'em Isur. You have to make up. You have a knas. Make it up. Moina B'em Isur, Kayomim Shenag B'em Heter. You drink wine every Shabbos, 52 days. From here on out, keep Naziris, then we'll talk to you. Before that, don't even come. But in our Mishnah, it says, we don't care. Okay, so you drink wine a little bit. No. Bring the korbanos. In the Mishnah, there's 0 knas. And according to Rabbi Yossi, it's 30 days. According to Chachamim, depends on how many days he was over. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Yossi, Kashin Naziris Muetas. Oh, Irabana Kashia Naziros Meruba. We have to be a little Gairis. It's a little different. Nazir. Irabana Kashia Naziro Afilu Naziros Muetas. Meruba. If it's Rabbanon, even if you're talking about many days, Rabbanon doesn't fit in here. Any way you look at it, even if it's a very long Naziros, more than 30 days, even if it's 30 days, Rabbanon say whatever days that he was over, so you can't fit Rabbanon into anything. But According to Rabbi Yossi, we have a problem with 30 days because Rabbi Yossi says he has to make up 30 days, and the Mishnah says he doesn't have to make up anything. So if it's a 30-day Nazirus, we have a big problem. We could explain Rabbi Yossi in a very long Nazirus that what he meant to say is that if he, let's say, he had 100-day Nazirus, so give him a 30-day penalty. That's what he meant. He should be minus 30, give him a little bit. So Ibayis Tema. This, I looked it up this morning. I could not find another place in the entire Shas that has this Lashon. Again, Lashon is Nazir Mishuna. It's not a mistake. It says it twice. Ibayis Tema. If you want to say Rebbe Yossi, maybe I didn't look it up well, but the little that I looked up, I couldn't find it. Ibayis Tema, Rebbe Yossi. This goes according to Rebbe Yossi. Yeah, you're right. Exactly like you explained. Our Mishnah is talking about a very long one, a whole year. It says Rebbe Yossi, give him a 30-day penalty. But the Brisa that says 30 days, that doesn't work. Kind of a small one cannot fit. There's nothing. Ibayis Tema, Rabbana. Like Tema Misha Shenazar, Eleima Kim Misha Shenazar. It does fit into our Mishnah. What did I miss? I did. Ibayis Tema Rabbana Le Tema Misha Shenazar, Eleima Kim Misha Shenazar. Did I miss? I did. Where? I'm sorry. Irabbanon kashin nazirus muetas. Rabbi Yossi kashin nazirus. I'm sorry. Irabbanon kashin nazirus meruba. Rabbi Yossi kashin nazirus muetas. Ibayis tema Rabbi Yossi. Ibayis tema Rabbanon. Ibayis tema Rabbi Yossi. Kam nazirus meruba. Kam nazirus muetas. Ibayis tema Rabbanon. Letema misha shenazar elema. Kim misha shenazar. So in other words, where Rabbanon does fit in our Mishnah, it's not me, it's ki, and that Rabbanon are saying that you have to start over. The way we read our Mishnah is that you don't have to do anything. It's Bishav Shanadar. He started last year and you just let him go. He drank wine the whole year, who cares? No, Kimisha means that we're going to punish him like he started. He took upon himself a year. Now we're going to give him another year if he drank wine every day. If he didn't drink wine, he only drank 52 days out of the year, so we punish him for 52. But the point is, Kimisha, it's not ignore him, it's the opposite of ignore him. We're going to punish him and give him a penalty like his original Nazirus, whatever that Nazirus was. Yeah or no? Kimisha. No, forget Rabbi Yossi now. So, but I just want to point out again, it doesn't mean that if a person accepts upon himself 365 days, we punish him and give him 365 days. It means whatever days he messed up on and drank wine, that's what we punish him on. Or maybe remember the Bishamai Nishma, the Beisilel. I could learn something beautiful from Beishamai to Beisilel. We learned that according to Beishamai, if you make a mistake and you magdish something by mistake, it becomes hegdish. Why? Since we found out that his Nazirus wasn't a Nazirus, it should go out and to the pasture. So in other words, even to Beishamai, a guy made a hegdish by mistake. What happens? Hegdish. But in our case, by a Nazir, as he said, since we uproot the entire Nazirus, so the hegdish b'tos doesn't work. There is no hegdish b'tos. So too, in this case of Tmura, I had to switch it because Reb David pointed out yesterday. I used the chatas. There's no Tmura by chatas, right? It's one of the animals. Okay, fine. Maybe there is. I don't know. Because it dies. Tmura dies. Okay, fine. Well, make it a ayla. Huh? David, it dies. But there is Tmura. It's chal. And then what I say yesterday, okay, whatever. We'll make it a ayla because it's better. It matches the strimal. Everything's good now. So the guy made a mistake. He thought that he's doing the black sheep. Tmura, the one on the left, Tmura, he thought it's black, but it turned out it's white. So he said it's Tmura. But let's say he goes to the Rav and says, I never meant to make my original Ayla, the one with the strimal Ayla. So what happens? Just like by Nazirus, when I remove the Nazir part, the carbon part falls away. So too, if I remove the Ayla part, I go to the Rav, and the first one is not an Ayla, so the second one can't be a Tmura. You can't have a substitute for something that doesn't even exist. The oila is not even there anymore. Yeah? Very simple. So if I get rid of the oila, I got rid of tmura. That's all it says here. That's if the oila is still around. If I go to the Rav and I get rid of the first carbon, I tell him I made a mistake for whatever reason. I didn't know that this carbon is worth $2 million. Maaser. When a person makes Maaser, it's only when a person makes a mistake. It's almost like Me'ila. You know, Me'ila, when you use something from the Mikdash, it has to be a mistake. If you do it on purpose, it's not Me'ila. Over here also, he thought he's counting wrong. He made a mistake in the way he was counting. I don't know why I say that. Every time I count something in numbers, I always mess up. Whatever it is, you count 3 times, you realize that one of the times you messed up. Fine. Not this whole thing of the sheep. This case right over here, that 9 is, he called 9:10 and 11:10. That's only when he did it by mistake. But if he did it on purpose, they're not kaddish. Because the Mishnah says mufurish that if you look 6 lines from the bottom of the Mishnah, you have to know the person made a mistake. He says, Rav Chizda, of course it's ta, because it's called shkein if you did it on purpose. Even ta. But if you did it on purpose, of course it becomes kaddish. So Rav asked Rav Nachman, you say that if he does it on purpose, it's nothing. So going back to the raya of our Mishnah, Bishamai say to Basil, you see that if you make a mistake, it works. If you call number 9, 10, it's kaddish. You see that hekdesh betos is hekdesh. All 3 are kaddish. Basil didn't answer. Taisus, what do you mean they didn't answer? They said beautiful. That's exeris akasa. So they explained. They could have said to the point, a little bit starker. If Rav Nachman, so the bottom line is, they could have said like this. Maaser, you have to have kavana. The pasuk says, Vish ki yagdish is beison. It has to be b'kavana. And memela what? Every hegdish is this. Ishki yagdish. Sorry, this. Ishki yagdish. Every hegdish. If you have kavana, great. If you mechaven to something, I say, I want this animal to be a carbon. What happens? It's a carbon. So how come over here by Maaser, Rav Nachman says that if a person says that number 8 should be 10, it doesn't work. Why not? I said that it should be kaddish. In all hegdish, it goes with what I say and what I intend. So what do you see from here? That it's something special. Adarabba. You see from here, from Rav Nachman, the fact that if you do it on purpose, it doesn't work. You see that we're dealing with a different creature. We're not dealing with a regular hegdish. So I can explain. You know why they didn't answer that? And again, so if we're dealing with something very special, hegdish, don't bring me a raya of hegdish betos or not. It's something special. No, but I have a kavachomer. Kavachomer. Ma ma'aser she'enu kaddish b'chavana. Kaddish betos. Hegdish. Kaddish b'chavana. Like kaddish. If Maaser, you cannot make kaddish even when you mean to do it, but by mistake it becomes kaddish. So typically, regular hegdish that you could do on purpose, so certainly you should be able to do it by mistake. V'lohi, but that says Rav Simi himself. He says v'lohi, it's not a good kavachomer. The hegdish b'daita the maritol that we have this pasuk yagdish tells us that you need the kavana, so you can't make a kavachomer. If you have a pasuk against a kavachomer, you don't have a kavachomer. Rabbi say 8:30 Motsei Shabbos. Have a wonderful day and Shabbos and welcome. Thank you very much.